Hello, lovely listeners, and welcome back to Lunar English Podcast. Today, I want to invite you into a quiet moment with me. Imagine this. I'm leaning by the window, hands wrapped around a warm mug of coffee, feeling the gentle sun on my face. There's something about those first few minutes of the morning, isn't there? Before the world gets noisy, before the emails and the to-do lists, there's just you and the day, fresh and untouched. I used to start my mornings by grabbing my phone, scrolling through messages and social media, and honestly, it left me feeling frazzled before I'd even brushed my teeth. But I made a small switch. Now I savor a single, quiet cup of tea, no phone, just the sound of the kettle and the warmth in my hands. That's become my anchor. It's not about having a perfect morning routine, but about starting with intention. Maybe it's a few mindful breaths, a splash of cool water on your face, or just standing in the light for a moment. How do those first few minutes shape your mood? For me, they set the tone for everything that follows. If you're always rushing, maybe try giving yourself 5 minutes, just 5, to be present. It's a small act, but it can change the whole day ahead. Now, let's talk about something that's really changed my approach to self-improvement, focusing on just one meaningful win each day. I know we all have those endless to-do lists, and it's so easy to feel like you're never doing enough. But what if, instead, you picked one thing, just one, that would make you feel proud or at peace by the end of the day? It could be as simple as drinking enough water, calling a friend, or taking a walk without your phone. I remember a listener wrote in, let's call her M. And she shared how choosing one daily win, like writing a single honest sentence in her journal, helped her rebuild trust in herself over time. It wasn't about ticking off 100 boxes, but about doing what truly mattered to her. That's the power of intentionality. When you give your energy to what matters most, even if it's small, you start to feel more aligned, more grounded. So, what's your one win today? Take a breath, listen inward, and let that be your compass. Evenings can be tricky, can't they? You're tired, maybe a bit frazzled, and it's tempting to just scroll or zone out. But I've found that how I end my day is just as important as how I start it. Creating a peaceful evening landing doesn't have to be complicated. Sometimes I'll jot down a few thoughts in a notebook, or I'll turn off my screens a bit earlier than usual. My favourite ritual, though, is lighting a candle and just sitting in stillness for a few minutes before bed. No pressure to meditate or be productive, just being. It's my way of telling myself, you've done enough for today. What helps your mind unwind? Maybe it's a warm shower, a bit of gentle music, or simply tidying up your space. Whatever it is, let it be a signal that you're allowed to rest, that you don't have to carry the day's worries into your sleep. That's where true rest begins. Of course, building these routines isn't always smooth sailing. There are days when you're too tired or distractions just keep popping up. I get it. Sometimes I forget or I just can't be bothered, but I've learned a few tricks to help me stay on track. Setting gentle reminders on my phone or having a dedicated spot for my morning tea makes it easier to remember. And every week I take a few minutes to reflect. What worked, what didn't, and what small victories I can celebrate. If you miss a day or slip up, that's okay. Practice self-compassion. Growth isn't about being perfect. It's about showing up again and again in small, consistent ways. Each step, no matter how tiny, is a step forward. Life changes, doesn't it? Routines that worked last month might not fit this week, and that's perfectly normal. The key is to stay flexible, adapt your routines to fit your current reality, but keep your core intentions in sight. I like to track my progress in a little journal, or sometimes I use a habit app. It's not about being rigid, but about noticing the small shifts. Maybe you feel a bit calmer or a bit more confident. Regular self-check-ins help you see how far you've come, even if the changes are subtle. Celebrate those moments. They matter. As you get more comfortable with your routines, you might find opportunities to weave in mindful pauses throughout your day. It could be as simple as taking a deep breath while waiting for the kettle to boil, or pausing for a moment of gratitude during your commute. I sometimes set a gentle reminder on my phone, just a little nudge to check in with myself. These mini moments help reinforce the calm you build in the morning and evening, creating a thread of intention that runs through your whole day. Another way to deepen your practice is by adding regular mindfulness exercises, maybe a quick body scan before you start work, or a mindful walk at lunchtime. I've also started jotting down 3 things I'm grateful for each day. It's a simple gratitude journal, but it really shifts my mindset. And once a week, I set aside a few minutes to review my routines, reflect on what's working, and set gentle intentions for the week ahead. It keeps the momentum going, even when life gets busy. Something magical happens when you share your journey with others. Maybe you start a small online group or just chat with a friend about your routines. Sharing your progress through photos, notes, or even voice recordings can help you reflect and stay motivated. I'm hoping to invite some guests onto the podcast soon, so we can hear about their small steps and the impact it's had on their lives. When we share, we inspire each other, and that ripple effect can be so powerful. Let's talk about those little mindful pauses during the day. It could be as simple as taking 3 deep breaths before starting a new task, or noticing the feeling of your feet on the ground as you walk. I sometimes set a gentle reminder on my phone, or leave a sticky note on my desk, just to prompt a moment of gratitude or calm. And around midday, I like to do a quick stretch or a short reflection, just a way to reconnect with myself amidst the busyness. One thing I've found helpful is setting up 3 intentional pauses during the day. Before meals, during a commute, or after finishing a task, I'll take 3 deep breaths, maybe place my hand on my heart, or silently express gratitude. Sometimes I use a visual cue, like a plant on my desk or a chime on my phone, to remind me. These small rituals help me stay present and connected, even on the busiest days. If you're looking for more support, consider starting a dedicated space, a social media group, or even a local meetup where you can share your daily wins, challenges, and insights. Documenting your routines with photos, journal entries, or short videos creates a lovely record of your journey. And inviting guest speakers or fellow practitioners to share their stories can be so inspiring. We all have different experiences, and sharing them helps us learn and grow together. To keep your mindfulness practice alive, try incorporating brief pauses into routine activities, like taking 3 deep breaths before starting work or noticing sensations during a walk. Set multiple gentle reminders throughout the day, maybe on your phone or with sticky notes, to prompt moments of gratitude or mindful breathing. And don't forget a midday ritual. A quick stretch or reflection session can do wonders for your focus and calm. Your routine should evolve with you. As your needs and circumstances change, explore ways to personalize your routine. Maybe you add a new mindful practice or swap out something that no longer serves you. Keep it gradual. No need to overwhelm yourself. I like to track these adaptations in a simple notebook, reflecting on what's working and what's not. It's a gentle way to foster growth and resilience. Again, community can be such a source of strength. Create a space, online or in person, where you and others can share daily wins, challenges, and insights. Document your routines with photos, journal entries, or videos, and invite others to share their stories, too. It's amazing how much we can learn from each other's small, consistent steps. If you're up for a little challenge, try starting a weekly mindful activity, something new each week, and share your experiences with others. You could use a simple journal template or a digital form to track your daily mindful moments. And maybe organize a virtual or local gathering to swap stories, tips, and celebrate your ongoing commitment to these small, intentional routines. I encourage you to set aside a few minutes each week to reflect on your journey. Notice any shifts in your mood, confidence, or well-being. Share these reflections with a trusted friend, family member, or within a community group. Even posting one small win or insight on social media or a blog can inspire others and reinforce your own commitment. Try designing a personalized habit tracker. Use symbols or colors to represent different activities and review it weekly to spot patterns and celebrate progress. Experiment with introducing a new small ritual each month, like a short meditation or a gratitude walk, to keep things fresh. And don't forget to share your evolving routines and insights with your community or in your journal. Invite feedback and new ideas to keep deepening your practice. Building on that, you might want to establish a weekly gratitude sharing practice with a friend or community. Create a visual progress chart or mood journal to track subtle changes in your well-being, and set monthly goals for trying new routines or mindfulness activities. Reflect on what resonates most to keep your practice dynamic and engaging. Another idea is to develop a weekly routine of sharing small wins or insights with your community or trusted individuals. Use a visual progress chart or mood journal to monitor shifts in your well-being, and set specific monthly goals to explore new routines. Reflect on what feels most meaningful to you, and let that guide your journey. I know I'm repeating myself a bit, but it's because this really works. Establish a weekly ritual of sharing small wins or insights with a trusted community or individual. Keep a visual progress chart or mood journal, and set monthly goals to try new routines or mindfulness activities. Reflect on what resonates and let your practice evolve naturally. Each week, try sharing your small wins or insights with someone you trust. Use a visual progress chart or mood journal to notice subtle shifts in your well-being, and set monthly intentions to explore new routines or mindfulness practices. Reflect on their impact to keep your journey engaging and personal. Invite yourself and others to share small wins and insights regularly, whether through social media or community groups. Visual tools like mood journals or progress charts can help you recognize subtle improvements and celebrate ongoing progress. Set monthly intentions to try new routines and reflect on their impact to keep things fresh and meaningful. Make it a habit to share your small wins or insights each week with a friend, family member, or community group. Create a visual progress chart or mood journal to help you see subtle shifts in your well-being, and set monthly goals for trying new routines or mindfulness activities. Reflect on what feels most supportive and keep your journey alive and engaging. Try designing a weekly reflection template, something that prompts you to evaluate your routines, note emotional shifts, and set intentions for the week ahead. Use a simple visual tool like a mood chart or progress tracker to monitor changes over time. And maybe establish a monthly challenge to try a new routine or mindfulness practice. Then journal about your experience and insights. Keep up your weekly ritual of sharing small wins and insights with your community or a trusted individual. Track your emotional well-being with a mood journal or progress chart, and set monthly goals to explore new routines or mindfulness practices. Reflect on what resonates most, and let your routine stay fresh and engaging.